Good morning, everybody. Nope, I'm not sitting in a studio with a backdrop green screen. You are actually on Brickell Quay, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is for real. Isn't that awesome? So in the distance over there, you can see Bayfront Park, and around this side here is the Port of Miami. But as I say, right now I'm sitting in what used to be my backyard, a really awesome space in the heart of Miami downtown called Brickell Quay. So this morning what came up for me as I was taking my brisk walk up here was how often we ignore the warning lights that go off for us. So the analogy that came to mind was that of a car. So back home in South Africa, most of us really pride ourselves in looking after our cars really well. So we keep them clean and we polish them and we have them washed at least once a week, and we make sure that their tummies are nice and full with fuel, and they really, for a lot of us, are our pride and joy. The same with our homes. South Africans tend to have a lot of huistrots, as we call it. And so I was wondering, as you're driving along and you see that little fuel light come on or the tire pressure light come on, how often do you ignore that? Or maybe you're one of those people that are really diligent, and when that light does come on, maybe you take heed of that and maybe you do something about it. So my question to all of you this morning is, how often do our little warning lights go off in our bodies? Maybe there's a check the tire pressure button that's gone off for you. Maybe there's a hydrate button that's gone off for you, right? Like when you're feeling thirsty but you're ignoring it. So just take a moment now. And let's just take a breath together and just notice, are there any warning lights going off for you? Just notice. No need to attach to it, no need to judge it. What's done is done. It's all good. Today's a brand new day, a brand new start. Just notice. Maybe there's some feedback coming up for you. Take note of that. What is your intuition telling you about what might be just a little off right now? Really just sit with that and check in for a moment. Maybe give yourself a body scan and just notice where you might be experiencing any stiffness. Noticing where you might be sensing a bit of a disconnect. Those, dear one, are all subtle messengers, all wanting to work alongside you to be your best you today. So whatever came up for you, my invitation to you is to listen to that. And I'd love to hear from you. What came up for you today, and what do you think you can pay attention to today? Just one thing. What's one thing that you can pay attention to today that's going to take your self-care to the next level? I'd love to hear how the Back to Basics is going. I've heard some really great feedback. Thanks for playing along, folks. It's really cool to see how a lot of you are taking on the Back to Basics message. A lot of you have been sharing about how you've been hydrating more. Oh, by the way, wait, let's go like this. Ooh, I think I can turn the... Okay, wait for it. Yeah, another wellness warrior. So you might have been wondering what all that pitter patter was about. Those are all the wellness warriors that are out on Brickell Quay already this morning. It's such an awesome energy here. On the way up, I saw people walking, jogging, stretching, doing yoga, walking in groups, walking by themselves. I saw a couple of daddies pushing prams. It's awesome. It's just such a privilege to be in a space like this where people prioritize their well-being. Anyway, loved one, I could go on and on and on. There's, again, just so much that I'd love to share with you, but let's keep it at that this morning. Just take a moment, check in with yourself. What warning lights are possibly going off for you? Remember to hydrate. Remember to pause throughout the day. Remember to take nice deep breaths and have an awesome, awesome Wednesday. Power to you, Wellness Warriors. And if you need any more inspiration, I'd love to connect with you on my Facebook Affinity for Wellness page. That's where I share some pieces about wellness, mindset, and some of the dishes that I make in my experimental kitchen. You can also visit my website, which is www.wanadi, which is WHANADI.com. Power to you, Wellness Warriors. Bye.